Hey everybody, we have an eventful, incredibly eventful NFL draft combine and featuring performance by Brendan Fiske at defensive tackle. He ran a 4.8840 for a 6'5", 298-pound defensive tackle. That's not bad. He ran faster than all the other defensive tackles. And then we have Jaron Verse, who decided to go out and run a sub 4.540, somewhere in there. Not quite Montez Sweat range, granted, but still fast. The four other defensive ends behind him, fast, like 4.5, 4.6 fast, right? So this is shaping up to be a heck of a draft class. But you know what I noticed though is that in checking out the updated player rankings because of the goings on at the combine, I happened to notice that Drake May took another fall in value. Yeah. He's now falling behind Jaden Daniels. Yeah, behind him. Okay. Into sixth. And I'm wondering if that happened because of the news that the Patriots would take Daniels at 3. Possibly. You know? That Bill Belichick favored Daniels as quarterback. They coveted him, right? Okay. So this is quite a fascinating development at the NFL Combine. And now we have to ask, is Drake May going to go on a slide? Will he become the Will Levis of this year's draft? He's kind of got part of that written on him, you know. But I don't see him as Will Levis, even though there are a lot of similarities, though. Big, played in the air raid system, played in a Southern school, you know, the whole 9 yards, right? But you wonder where the differences stop. And I think they stop in that, or the similarities stop. They stop in that Drake May is kind of a pedigree guy. You know, he has family who played ball. He has athletic family. And he doesn't, of all the things I've heard about him, described about him to date, cocky is not one of them. I haven't heard that, and I don't expect to, okay? At all. I do not expect that to happen, okay? So what I do expect to happen, however, is I expect, pure and simple, that I expect this draft to feature a wide receiver taken first. And that's why when I set up here, all right, there, I looked at this Chicago Bears. Okay, there. I don't know why they didn't move like I wanted it to. Hold on a second. Let me try it down just a little bit more. It should be centered. For some reason, it is not centering. And I think the reason it's not centering is, hold on a second. Stop screen. Present. Share screen. There's that, right? There's another. Oh, you know what I did? Yeah, it's that one. Okay. That's what's going on. All right. There we go. It's hard to make this thing line up like I want it to, but you know what? It just did. So there we are. Boom. Number one. All right. So Chicago Bears. The last time we did our mock draft, that was Tuesday. Marvin Harrison was picked number one. There are a number of people who believe that the Bears are going to trade this pick. I think the Bears are going to hold on to this pick, and then, okay, and then they're going to hold on to this pick, and then what they're going to do is, I can't get off the idea they're going to take Marvin Harrison. There are people who believe they're going to take Caleb Williams. I can't see that. Okay, I just can't see that at all. I just can't see it at all. And the reason I can't see it is because they have Justin Fields. And I believe that Justin Fields' best days are ahead of him. I believe that Justin Fields' not so good days were with Luke Getsy, who is now the offensive coordinator for the Raiders. I am not confident in his ability to produce a top flight, consistently performing offense. There, okay? A great offense is designed to get its defense out of trouble. The Bears offense would build up a big lead, but then its defense would create trouble for it. But the Bears didn't have an effective running game to muscle down the clock and end the contest before its defense could do any more damage. So, not surprisingly, you have this situation where the question is, it's all put on Justin Fields. It's all Justin Fields' fault. It's all Justin Fields' fault, okay? And I'm thinking, wow, if it's all Justin Fields' fault, then who is it that calls the plays? The offensive coordinator. Who designs them? The offensive coordinator. You get the idea? So how much can it really be Justin Fields' fault? I am not of the opinion that the shiny object works. So with that, again, I'm going to say Marvin Harrison Jr. Marvin Harrison Jr. will be the pick right here. Boom. For the Chicago Bears. So Marvin Harrison Jr. So I'm going to repeat that. Marvin Harrison Jr. Chicago Bears. Now, I'm not going to do any trades here. And I don't like trades. And the reason why I don't like trades for a mock draft is I feel that it's not in the spirit of the mock draft. In other words, pure and simple, that when you're doing a mock draft, you are valuing the universe of players versus that time and space that wherein the ability and value of that player is measured. So in other words, if you say, hey, look, I have the 5th pick. In the universe of players, which player is worth spending your 5th pick on then? But if you trade to somebody else, you're quite literally changing the value because someone else is going to value it differently than you. You're going to do something with it different with the trade when you pick. Okay. And the likelihood that that type of trade will happen there is not a certainty. There is only one certainty, that you representing that team has that pick at that time starting out. That's it. That's the only certainty there is. Okay? Nothing else. That's the only certainty there is. So that's why I don't believe in doing trades unless you have a whole group of people, like 10 or more. We've done that before. And we have a trade agreement. I remember Mason Riggs used to do this all the time. He was the master of the automated draft system, right? And I might use one of those here. But Mason had this idea that if he traded a pick to you, let's say that I have the first pick and I trade, and or Mason has the first pick and I trade with him, right? The Bears, right? Okay. And so I trade with him, and now my team has the first pick, whoever it is. Well, I get to do with that pick what I want to. I get to do with that pick what I want to. I don't have to take Williams. I don't have to take Harrison. I can make a stupid, dumb, blankety blank trade. I mean, like I can make a stupid, I can do anything I want to or pick. He didn't get that. He got visibly angry when I didn't take Justin Herbert a few years ago with the 5th pick. Because even though in that scenario, I didn't think he was worth the 5th pick. All right. In another scenario, okay, fine. But not in that one. He got pissed. Oh, well. Onward through the fog we go. Okay? Onward through the fog we go. And so we have Washington Commanders. Here's where things, I think, get massively interesting, okay? I mean, really massively interesting. And where they get massively interesting, quite simply, is at this point, all right, with what the Bears are expected to do, at this point, boom. If the Bears get Harrison, then the Commanders have to get Caleb. Or do they? Or do they? Is it possible that by Saturday, some people think Drake May is worth this. I don't. I think Drake May is a bust at this position. I've said so. Daniel Jeremiah agreed that he's a risk to Drake May being drafted this high. I think that's why May's stock is going. And May has announced he's not throwing at the combine. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So, all right. So I think, all right. So I think basically that here's what we have in this situation. We've got the only logical choice. And really, he is the only logical choice. And I'll get you a reason why. Caleb. All right. The USC quarterback, quite frankly, here, Caleb Williams to the Commanders. I should right. Caleb Williams to Commanders. Taylor Williams to the Commanders. Okay? And the reason why I say that is it's very simply this. Cliff Kingsbury coached him at USC. Cliff Kingsbury is the offensive coordinator for the Commanders. There's a school of thought that this was planned, that, hey, well, originally the Raiders, I thought the Raiders were going to sign him, but apparently the Raiders thought that Kingsbury wanted too much. Well, he's worth it. Except I am a little skittish about the whole West Coast, timing issue. But Cliff Kingsbury does have a, as I say, body of work that proves he can develop effective offenses in the NFL. So, Caleb to Commanders. Who's next? Well, we've got the draft order. And who goes down next? Who goes down? I think what we've got. Let's see here. The New England Patriots. This is where things get super Interesting. And I am not going to waste any time in making this decision. Yeah. Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels. Ta-da. Because Bill Belichick reportedly has said Daniels is his favorite player in the 2024 NFL draft. Period. Favorite player. Okay? It's his favorite player in the 2024 NFL draft. And so therefore, Daniels, well, let's take him with pick 3. Now, early on, before I got that news, I didn't think the Patriots would do this. I thought that Jared Mayo would be from that stock where he would take an offensive lineman. He says he's going to do things differently as well. So taking an offensive lineman would be, considered the same. Until you consider this, the Patriots have not drafted this high since well before the Belichick era. All right, well before the Belichick era. And so who knows what they're going to do? Okay, and I think that that Belichick is still in the room. He's still even though he was trying to get another job, he's still the Oracle. Okay, he is still the Oracle. Jaden Daniels. Jaden. Okay, excuse me. Jaden Daniels. Patriots. Jaden Daniels, Patriots. All right. So now we are at pick 3, I guess. Let's see here. We are at pick 3. Pick 4. Sorry. We just talked about pick 3. Come on, Zennie, get your noggin together, boy. Yeah. All right. Okay. We are there. Biggest needs. All right. Now, the Cardinals, there's some people who believe that. Now, I remember we did this the other day. I think it was Bill Carroll said he thought they need a quarterback. Don't know. All right. I believe, given my look at the big board of prospects and who's remaining, that the Cardinals will pencil in Malik Neighbors of LSU at wide receiver. Malik Neighbors, Arizona. Malik Neighbors of Arizona. Boom. Okay. Boom. All right. Malik Neighbors. Okay. Ta-da. Now, there are some who believe he'll be the next Larry Fitzgerald. Will he? I don't know. Let me see something. I'm actually going to make a check here because I think
Hello.
Hey, I'm taking you're not coming, but I do have a question about the players.
Oh, okay.
Well, did you hear that Jaden Daniels has moved up?
What do you mean by moved up?
Well, on the CBS board now, he's over Drake May.
I mean, that's
May moved down.
opinion. That's what
Well, I know that. I mean, come on, just like yeah.
here's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
May is much younger,
Okay.
has a much stronger arm,
Okay.
and he's going to test pretty darn well too. They're both good athletes. Remember, Drake May was a guy that had legitimate offers to play D1 basketball. Wake Forest tried to sign him to play basketball and football.
Mhm.
He's a terrific all-around athlete. His brother, of course, Luke, played on a national championship team in Carolina. Father was a all ACC quarterback. He's going to be impressive also in interviews. He's bigger, obviously, than Jaden. Remember, Jaden was a guy that fought to get to the upper 190s. He's still very wiry.
Mhm.
Now, some people care more about that than others, but it's always going to be a struggle for him to even be over 200 pounds.
So how come he's Bill Belichick's favorite player? That's the news.
How come who's Bill Belichick's favorite player?
Daniels.
Because Bill Belichick likes things, but drafted the last few years. They're one of the worst drafting teams in the NFL in the last few years. If you want to hitch your wagon to that.
Hey, a lot of people listen to Bill. You know, he's what? How many trophies does he have?
He's got a lot of them, but
Right.
they didn't always draft well, especially lately. They've drafted poorly the last several years. They're not a good drafting team.
I always felt that their output was due to their scheme, not so much their draft, but whatever.
Exactly. So while I respect Bill Belichick, particularly for what he does strategically,
Mhm.
I'm not a huge fan of his talent evaluation. They are well below average, well below NFL average in terms of what they get out of where they take players in the draft.
Okay, so you're of the opinion. Okay, so I'm talking to Bill Carroll, folks. So okay, so basically you're saying that the fall that Daniels at 3.
Is one person's opinion.
No, but you're also saying it's not going to happen, right?
I mean, I don't say things definitively like that because I know better. There's 32 NFL teams.
All right.
There might be 3 or 4 where May is below Daniels.
Uh-huh.
But it only takes one because it's the draft.
I don't get this love for May. I just don't, man. He's like okay, but I just I'm not sold. I'm not. But here's the thing. I'm sold. I'm sold on him at 8, but nothing higher. All right.
Way ahead of someone like Josh Allen at the same point in his career.
All right. But don't you think it was a mistake? I think he's making a mistake not throwing at the combine, Drake May.
Oh, I agree because he's got a huge arm. He can definitely throw at the combine.
And that's why he's being downgraded. So look, check this dude. So what if Michael Penix comes out and throws the lights out of the building on Saturday? I mean, right?
But he's still 24 years old with a scary injury history.
Yeah.
He's going to get younger. He's not going to get healthier.
Yeah. Anybody that passes on him is going to be sorry.
We'll see. But remember, he's had not 1, not 2, but 3 season-ending injuries in his career. That's going to scare some people. Some team doctors might not even clear him.
But it didn't end his season last year.
That's the one out of the.
But it's the timing, Bill. It's the right timing. You know.
But the right timing doesn't change what an MRI shows. There's doctors that have to look at you and say, "We checked," and say you're fine to go. Some teams will probably be okay with someone.
If I put him in a shotgun with 5 wides, I'm not going to worry about it. Throw short, scare the hell out of him. You know.
Yeah, well, I didn't go to medical school, so I can't. What I will tell you is that
Dr. Carroll ringing. Excuse me.
What I can say is that 32 teams, they all evaluate medical risk differently, and some, like I said, are more risk averse than others.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, well, onward through the fog. When are you next available for a mock?
I'm next available tomorrow.
Cool.
When I get off work.
All right. Done. Bank it. I'm back to it. All right, man. See ya. Okay, see ya.
Also, I'll email you my compliment
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll install it as soon as I get it. All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, man. Thanks. See you. Okay.
Okay.
See you. That was Bill Carroll, that Drake May loving. Anyway, okay. Hey, welcome. We're talking about the draft. All right, now the Los Angeles Chargers at 5. There are a number of people who believe that the Chargers need a wide receiver, quarterback, running back, defensive tackle, edge, and tight end, right? So, at that order, the order has changed because of the NFL Combine, which is going on right now. And so, as a result, when I take a look at the prospects that are available, we've got Harrison to Chicago, Caleb Williams to the Commanders, Malik Neighbors is, excuse me, Jalen Daniels to uh, how come I keep stuttering? To the Daniels has went. Go back here. Daniels has went to the Patriots. That's hard to. I know it's hard for a lot of people to wrap their minds around. Daniels went to the Patriots. So you had 2 quarterbacks going like 2-3. Okay, bang bang 2-3. All right, 2 quarterbacks going 2-3. Okay, and so we go to the prospect rankings. We've got Harrison gone to the Bears, Williams gone to the Commanders, Daniels gone to the Patriots, Neighbors is Cardinal, and that leaves the Chargers. The Chargers don't need Drake May. He's actually the next. Well, he's not the next best available. The next best available actually is Penn State offensive tackle Omi Yuma Fashano, and guess what? We're going to get him for that reason, because he is what they need at that position. Let me put it this way. Offensive tackle is not among their biggest needs, but you don't let a guy like this fall, all right? And so Fashanu out of Penn State is considered a generational offensive line talent. So we're going to go with that initial reporting on him. And boom. Chargers. Oyumwaya. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Chargers. Fashanu. Now, the best way to figure out how to pronounce somebody's name correctly is to check it out and basically go over to the spelling of his name in the prospect board, right? And find a video and then listen to it, which I'll do another time, because the show must go on. It just has to. So we're down to pick number 6, the G-Men, the Giants. Did you know that let me tell you, this is a momentary, this is a good time for a bit of a note. Did you know that Zennie62 Media boasts the only video in the entire world of the final drive of the New York Giants versus the New England Patriots at Super Bowl 42? Yeah, right here. The whole move go from the start to Dave Tyree's helmet catch to the end where Plaxico Burress catches it, touchdown. Whole 9 yards. Yeah, right here. Bet you didn't know that. All right, so we are continuing. What are the Giants going to do? What do the Giants need? Now, maybe Fashanu would have been great for them, but he's gone. All right. So the Giants, if we take a look at the prospects available, really, I don't think the Giants let Brock Bowers of Georgia get out alive. Now, there's a thinking about Joe Alt. I'm going to go with Joe Alt because that seems like more of a Giants need as opposed to I could make a case for Bowers at tight end, but Joe Alt of Notre Dame is also one of those gotta have talents. He's 6'7", 322 pounds, and just the all everything. So I'm going to send Joe Alt to the Giants. All right. There are some picks that just have certain teams written all over them. Joe Alt has Giants literally on his chest. mean, the dude's a giant anyway. Okay. So with the Giants, you get big offensive linemen to have an effective ground and pound running game if you need it, coupled with a top flight attacking passing game. Joe Alt to the Giants. Next, next we have in the order, excuse me, the Tennessee Titans. The Titans have offensive tackle, cornerback, wide receiver, edge, and running back. And among the players available for them in the draft order, the order of prospects, order, right? We've already gotten rid of all. And yeah, ideally, I really believe that Brock Bowers at tight end is a guy that would be great for them. But you know what? I'm also thinking that there's Kenyon Mitchell at cornerback from Toledo, who would be a great fit for the Titans here. They're to build their defense. And so I'm going to send Mitchell to the Titans. The Titans, all right? Boom. So there we are. Queen and Mitchell goes to the Titans. There. Okay. Not a bad draft so far. All right. So there's Mr. Mitchell to the Titans. Next, up in our draft order, the Atlanta Falcons at pick 8. Now, the last time I did this, I took Drake May. Okay. And the Falcons are about having that quarterback. But I believe here that the Falcons need I think the Falcons need Jameis Winston. I really do. And I think they need to make an offer for him. I think they need to get him in there as a starter. I think they need to build the offense around him. So if I'm building my offense around Jameis Winston, I need a wide receiver. And there are or line, but my point is I'm looking at this last time we were here, they went with BJ from Texas, right? But this is a great place. I mean, Bowers is gone, I believe, right? No, Joel. No. Wait. Okay, so no, Bowers is not gone. Guess what? Jameis Winston gets his tight end. Jameis Winston gets, he gets Brock Bowers of Georgia. So Brock Bowers of Georgia becomes a Falcon. Falcons. Brock Bowers of Georgia. And I did this because I think that the Falcons need a statement quarterback they got through trade or free agency. And I believe Jameis Winston is the one to be that person. Okay? I really do. He deserves his shot. He's backing up a ginky injured Derek Carr. I mean, come on. That's just not in the cards. It shouldn't be for his future. He's healthy, effective, valuable. No. The Falcons should bring him in. Yeah. All right. So, all right. Next, we have in the order, as Arnold Schwarzenegger put it, in the order, the Bears again. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so the Bears have Marvin Harrison. There are those who still believe here they should go for a quarterback, and some would even be pounding the fist for Drake May. I'm not one of those people. I don't believe the Chicago Bears need a quarterback. They have Justin Fields. They need to stick with him and focus on building around him. So what better way do you do that than to say, okay, I've got a superb wide receiver. What else do I need? I mean, superb, okay? What else do I need? Well, Alt's off the table. Bowers is gone. Kenyon Mitchell's at quarterback. And then you look at the edge. and that's Dallas Turner. Okay. But so if you look at that, and I also am a believer of best available, and I'm looking down and I'm saying, hey, look, you know what? Maybe J.C. Latham, all right, of Alabama, right there. Okay. Yeah. So I've got Marvin Harrison and J.C. Latham, and to help Justin Fields. All right. Chicago. That is focused drafting. There's nothing wrong with one guy over there and one over here, but look, why not build your offense with two great first-round players? There's a novel thought, right? J.C. Latham, Chicago. And he is one of the best offensive linemen in the combine. If you're watching the combine, I am. So, continues. We now go to pick 10. And pick 10 is the Jets! J-T-E-S, Jets, right? All right. So, biggest needs, they say offensive tackle, wide receiver, safety, defensive tackle, and quarterback. Yeah, because Mr. Wilson has filed for a trade. Now, here you would say, get Drake May, right? And I'm saying, I'm doing this again. I've already taken this guy, and this Wilson was the second pick. He didn't pan out. And why should I take May in this system? Spending money after quarterback after quarterback after quarterback. You got Aaron Rodgers. You got, all these. It's ridiculous. So I'm not going to go that route with the Jets at all. Instead, what I'm going to do is say, all right, I'm going to turn around and look at my defense and say that I'm going to send Alabama edge rusher Dallas Turner there. That's to the Jets. Build the line, build the defensive line, okay? Jets. There. Dallas Turner, Jets, okay? So we got 10 picks out of the way, which means we're a third through the draft. Not bad. We're moving along at a clip. Not bad at all. Number 11, the Vikings. All right. Here. Right here. Right here. For the Vikings, okay? This is where it comes. Drake May. This is the quarterback for the Vikings' future. I think he's perfect for them. Drake May. Drake May, number 10 to the Vikings. Solid. Solid pick. I'm happy with this. I would be happy with Drake May at 8, but I firmly believe that the Falcons need Jameis Winston. Okay? But here, I mean, the Vikings are already, picking houses for Drake May. All right? That's how much the people down there want him. All right? Up there, I should say, really. So this is perfect for them. The perfect home for him. The Vikings. Drake May. All right, cool. Now, that brings us to, in the order, as Arnold would say, in the order. Where am I going in the order? The Broncos. The Broncos. Another organization needs quarterback, defensive tackle, tight end, okay? Will they take a quarterback? I don't think they're going to take a quarterback this high. And I think there's a lot to be done in the lower rounds, but more importantly in free agency. Maybe Jameis Winston goes to the Broncos, given his knowledge of what Sean Payton does. I still think the Falcons are a better fit. But I'm not sending a quarterback here. I'm not just going to go out and say quarterback. No, I'm looking at best available now. I'm saying, okay, who can I who is not selected yet. All right. As I go over this, I got Bowers, Mitchell went to the Titans. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am thinking, because all these guys are gone. You know what? Terry Arnold, Alabama cornerback. Can never go wrong picking a cornerback from Alabama. Send him to Denver to deal with those pesky wide receivers in the AFC West, right? So Broncos. There. Boom. Broncos. All right. All right. Now, next, the Raiders. Yep. They too are said to need a quarterback, inside linebacker, defensive tackle. I'm going DT, okay, and running back. I'm not picking a running back for the Raiders this high, so I'm not doing it. But I will take the pick, and it may not be sexy, but I think this man, Brendan Freeze. Well, is he ranked here? And I saw him. Let me see. Is it? He might be too big of a reach. Hold on a second. Let me see what's in the order at this point. I know I want a DT. All right. So and the Raiders do need an edge rusher. So I'm going to go Latu. UCLA. Yeah. I feel better about that pick. Raiders. Boom. Okay. Boom. Next. The New Orleans Saints. Now, there are a number of people who think that they'll take a quarterback here, but who? Daniels is gone. So you've got offensive tackle, offensive guard, edge rusher, cornerback, and defensive tackle are the needs. Whatever they do, edge and DT have got to be the first considerations because, well, you know, the man who's there, Cam Jordan, he'll tell you why. And so having said all that, you know, Mr. Latu is gone. And it's J.C. Latham at Oregon State. I also, you know, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go and take, so Latham is gone. I'm going to take Talise Fuaga, the mammoth number 75 offensive tackle from Oregon State. 6'6", 334, a true road grader. Okay? Boom. All right? So if Mr. Kubiak is anything like his dad in terms of his love for the running game and blocking, he's going to love road graders like the man I just sent him, Talise Fuaga. Okay? So now we come to 15. Going through here on add a clip. Boom. And boom, the Colts have a number of picks, but you know what? A number of needs, rather. But you know what? According to what I believe, the Colts would highly benefit from this great wide receiver, Rome Odunze, because he's just sitting there, okay? Rome Odunze, all right? Rome Odunze, all right? Rome Odunze, all right? Boom. Rome Odunze, okay? And he is going to the Colts. All right. Boom. Okay. Who's next? So we come to the Seattle Seahawks. Linebacker, inside lineman, defensive tackle, edge, safety. A lot of needs in up front there. All right. Looking at the draft board, the prospects. I'm going to send him Amarius Mims, Georgia offensive tackle, 6'7", 340 pounds. All right. 6'7", 340 pounds. Seattle. In the tradition of Walter Jones, one of the great offensive tackles in NFL history. I saw him at the Super Bowl in Detroit, 2006. Yeah. Walter Jones. Unfortunately, it was called for a holding penalty that shouldn't have been called. I don't think it was really a holding penalty, but that's another story. Okay. But hey, Detroit was a great Super Bowl host. Moving forward, we have now the Jaguars. Edge rusher, offensive guard, defensive tackle, wide receiver, and offensive tackle. Okay. Boomzier. So we go back to the board here. Who do I think should be sent their way? Talking about the Jaguars. Easy pickings. Byron Murphy, one of the best linemen in the combine from Texas. Yeah. 6'1", 308-pound plugger. The question is, okay, is he right for the Jacksonville scheme, though? Okay. I think he's so quick that if you're going to have a NASCAR front where you have all the fast defensive linemen fast and yet powerful, I think he's a good start. So, yeah, Byron Murphy, Jags. Okay. All right. Jags. All right. Next, we come to the Bengals. Wide receiver, offensive tackle, defensive tackle, tight end, quarterback are the needs. So with that, I wonder, I'm going to send them, given the whole idea regarding rankings there, I am going to send them, who's on the board that they need to have? I'm serious. I cannot see Jarrett Verse not being a Bengal. I cannot see. Wait a minute. Yeah. No, you know what, though? I know. Now, yeah, I can't see Jarrett Verse. I said that. I can't see Jarrett Verse not being a Bengal. Bengals. At edge. Bengals. Jarrett Verse. Yeah. All right. Next, we have the Rams. Cornerback, edge, linebacker, safety, and kicker. All right. Interesting. Okay. So let's pick 19. So we've got on the prospects, I am going to send them. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Nah. Nope, didn't miss them. Let's see here. All right. Chop Robinson, the fastest guy. Edge available. Best one available. Chop Robinson. Rams. Boy, can you imagine Chop Robinson and Aaron Donald together? Well, now you can. Okay. Chop Robinson. Rams. Okay. Next in the order. Excuse me. That is the Steelers. Cornerback, offensive tackle, inside offensive lineman, safety, and linebacker. Or in other words, a lot. So I would go with, if I had to go rankings, prospect rankings, send him Nate Wiggins of Clemson. Call it a day. Comes another in a line of great Steelers cornerbacks. Nate Wiggins, Steelers. Okay. There. So, all right. So we have, all right, 21, the Dolphins. Inside offensive lineman, safety, wide receiver, defensive tackle, and tight end. Who is the best prospect at that position? Brian Thomas Jr., LSU, becomes a Dolphin. That's the second time this happened. So I have a feeling that's where that kid is going. Miami. Okay. Miami. There. Now, '21. The Eagles. Running back, wide receiver, cornerback, edge, and linebacker. All right. So the Eagles at 22. Let's see here. Braylon Trice of Washington. Braylon Trice of Washington. Right there. Just said, yeah. Braylon Trice at edge. That's where he goes. Eagles. Braylon Trice. Eagles. All right. And then in this, we've got the Texans. Offensive tackle, defensive tackle, cornerback, edge, and wide receiver. Pick acquired from the Cleveland Browns. So Texans, I believe, would benefit from Kool-Aid McKendry. Considering, I just want to see something here, though. Is he considered? Yep, Kool-Aid McKendry to the Texans. Wow. Although, there's a... although linebacker's not said to be one of their needs, but I'll go ahead and send Kool-Aid McKendry to them. Because that's going to be... Yeah. McKinstry. Kool-Aid McKinstry, excuse me. Kool-Aid McKinstry. Texans. Boom. Okay. Next. Kool-Aid McKinstry. Next. Because that was 20th pick. Okay. 23rd pick. The Cowboys. Offensive tackle, running back, center, cornerback, linebacker, right? Pick 24, Cowboys. Love to be able to see them one of those big offensive linemen, but let's see here. We have Darius Robinson, edge. Michael Penix is available. Jackson Powers Johnson, 6'3", 270. Which to me, no, I'm going to go Tyler Guyton. Tyler Guyton of Oklahoma, even though he's a little bit lower ranked, but he's 6'7", 328. Well, you know what? Eeny, meeny, miny, no. Eeny, meeny, miny, no. I'll go back. Jackson Powers Johnson. Yeah. Cowboys. Next. The Packers. Green Bay. Said to have safety, offensive tackle, cornerback, inside offensive line, and edge of needs. Meat and potatoes needs, okay? Safety primarily, of them, primarily safety. Cool. All right. So, when I see prospect rankings, Penix is available, Robinson on the edge. You know what? I'm going to send Robinson to Missouri. Darius Robinson definitely becomes a Green Bay Packer. All right. Packers. Boom. Okay. Next, we have in the order the Bucks. Michael Penix Jr. says biggest needs quarterback. I'm sending him Penix. Okay. I'm not sending him McCarthy. I'm sending him Penix. McCarthy's, he's okay, but I thought that McCarthy's success was more because of the talent around him and the differential in talent between Michigan and opponents than anything else. Michael Penix is just off the charts. All right. Bill Carroll's like, but he's too old. He's 24. I don't care. Michael Penix. This is the guy. All right. So, all right. Michael Penix. Junior. Bucks. Okay. Almost home. We've got the order. 27, the Cardinals again. Pick acquired from the Texans. And, okay. I have the ability to send them a great player. Who am I going to send them and why? I will send them. Da, 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 da. I will send them. Da, 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 da. I will send them. Da, 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 da. Tyler Guyton. Yeah. Tyler Guyton, the strength to beef up their offensive line. He would be a great addition. It's like a best athlete available thing. But on the other hand, hold on a second. Yeah, I'm going to send him Tyler Guyton. Tyler Guyton to the Cardinals. Tyler Guyton. Boom. Okay. I like my draft. 28. The Bills. Safety, defensive tackle, edge, wide receiver, cornerback. Somewhere in there, there's a rhyme. Where it is. Who are they going to take? I believe that when the dust settles, the Bills will take wide receiver Xavier Worthy. Well, yeah, even though I'm just going with it. Wide receiver Xavier Murphy from Texas is going to the Bills. Okay. Bills. All right. Next. In the order, we have the Detroit Lions at pick 29. Cornerback, offensive guard, edge, wide receiver, and tight end. Defensive tackle. Ooh. Okay. If you go by the board and who's next, it's easy to sort of just plug and play, isn't it? But what's the fun in that when you can really stir it up? I've got, let's see here. Kenyon Coleman of Florida State, wide receiver, 6'4", 215. Ooh. For the Lions. 6'4", 215. Does that sound like, Hall of Fame territory or what? Okay. Lions. There, okay. So we come down to pick 30. The Ravens. Defensive tackle need, offensive guard, wide receiver, cornerback, and running back. Interesting. All right. So who do we send to the Ravens? Hello, everybody. Welcome. Having said all that, I believe we send them a cornerback. Chris Abrams-Drain of Missouri. Big school cornerback. Effective. Okay. Ravens. Boom. Okay. Finally, we come to the last pick. The last pick. Who would that be? The Chiefs. The Chiefs, right? Chiefs. You know, this is where you have to have Taylor Swift saying Chiefs. I wonder how she would say it. Chiefs. Anyway, Chiefs needs defensive tackle, wide receiver, cornerback, running back, and offensive tackle. All right. The Chiefs will get nothing and like it because I'm a Raider fan. Just kidding. Well, I am a Raider fan, but you know, I have to give you something. It's the draft. All right. So I am looking at you. Ooh, wow. Yeah, Cooper DeJean, Texas. I understand. Big hitting cornerback, 6'1", 207. One of Bill Carroll's favorites. Ravens. Got it. That's it. I did it in 1 hour. Ooh. Okay, some takeaways from this one. We had quarterbacks go in number 2, Commanders, 3, Patriots. That was the highlight of the whole thing. And overall, we had Marvin Harrison go number 1. Okay. So, and we had a bevy of offensive linemen, edge rushers going to be expected, in the trenches, making, so yeah. So that's what I find for this. All right, folks, it's 11:12 Thursday night. We'll see you later. Subscribe to Zennie62 on YouTube. Thank you for subscribing, and bookmark NFL News by Zennie62.com. Thank you.